Hello everyone, welcome back to Bush Blades and Bows. Today we've got the Bowie knife that we did the basic shaping and grinding in of the bevels on last time. I've got the forge running, so I'm just going to put it in there. First we're going to do a little bit of straightening because I got it very slightly crooked while grinding it. Then we're going to put it in the forge, heat it up to critical temperature, quench it in the oil, then it'll have a hardened edge so that it will be pretty durable. That was pretty hot. Alright, that was a lot of fire. So after getting it all hardened, I tested it with a file and it skates it. That means it hardened nicely. It's got some scale on it I need to clean off and everything. We'll do that with a flap disc tomorrow because it's dark outside. In the meantime, I'm going to put this thing in the oven to temper it to make it a little bit softer, to make polishing easier and whatnot. Hello everyone. So I know I said see you in the morning, but it's been almost a month because my camera decided it was going to break, and so I had to buy a new one, which is what you're watching on now. So the quality might be a little bit better, I don't really know, but here we have the knife. It's all tempered now, still basically as hard as it was, but you know it's not going to break now, so that's pretty good. Basically what we're going to do is we're just going to get a 120 flap disc and just polish off all of this scale that got put on it by the oil, and then we'll polish it up with that as much as we can. I don't think we're going to sharpen it until last, but I would like to polish it with sandpapers after that to get to an almost mirror polish, but not too much, because if it's that polished then you can notice everything you chop on the blade and it'll scratch the polish really easily. Anyway, I'm just going to put it in the vise and do that, and you'll be able to see that from above because I got a new mount hooked up. So now that I've got all the scale ground off, I'm just going to use a piece of sandpaper on a stick just to polish it up. It's not going to get quite to mirror polish. I might try and bring it that far, but I don't think I will. I just want to make sure it looks nice and you don't see all these gross ink grinder marks in it. polishing I'm going to do for the time being. It's pretty shiny. It's still got some little divots and whatnot. I'll try and take all of those out when I continue. But for now, I think I'm going to start working on the guard and the handle for the rest of the video. Alright guys, the other day I polished this up. You saw that in just a few seconds ago. But since it's got this super long tang on here, I don't know if I'm going to trim it yet. But I've got this pretty long piece of Mountain Mahogany that I've shaved down a little bit. It was originally going to be used for a different project, but I think it'll work fine for this. I'm going to carve it down and see if it'll work okay for a handle, because it's super hard, super durable. It's got a bunch of little cracks and a little bug hole right there. We'll probably patch it up with epoxy, because I'm going to buy some new epoxy so I can actually put this handle on the knife. So basically what we're going to do is I've got on here a little outline drawn. I'm just going to take a chisel to that with a hammer, and we're just going to slowly carve that out. And then we'll see how it looks in comparison to that and round it out and everything so it looks all nice. And then we'll try and drill a hole. We're going to try and get it as straight as possible so it looks not wonky at all. And then we'll start shaping a guard after we're done with that. Alright, so I've done all the basic shaping on this. It's looking pretty nice right now. Like I said, there's all these little cracks and divots and bug holes and everything, but I'm going to be ordering new epoxy, and I'll just use that epoxy to cover the outside, make it all glossy after I've oiled it. So, I don't really know if I'm done polishing this. It's got some little lines from the ungrinder left, but it's looking pretty cool already. I really do want to apologize for it being so late, because my camera broke in the middle, and I had to get a new one and everything, and that was kind of its own little thing. I'll probably have the epoxy, and I'll probably finish the entire blade next video, as I only have very minimal work to do and making the guard. But either way, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.